Greetings, welcome back to Ministry Monday. This is Carlton Coon, and I apologize for not being with you last week. This is Pastoral Appreciation Month, and I want to express my gratitude to the people who spoke into my life as a young man growing up in Shady Grove United Pentecostal Church in central Louisiana. The people who made a particular impact on my life are E.W. Carlton and his wife. They were soul winners, evangelists, and they grew that country church. The second is Lewis Green. Lewis taught Stan Davidson and I. Stan Davidson is now the district superintendent of Alabama. He and I have been lifelong friends. We're raised 2 miles apart. He taught us some things about preaching and study and how to dig into the Word of God for a little more depth. I'm thankful for Jimmy Vanover and the impact and the influence that he had in my life as well. I'm grateful for people who have pastored me even as my own life has matured, people that have spoken into my life. And for all of you today, I would encourage you to express thanks to the Lord for your pastor. One of the things that's happening over at carltoncoonsenior.com right now is our gift cards are on sale for Pastor Appreciation Month. We preachers are hard to buy for. And what we've got is 20% off all of our gift cards, so you can spend $40, get your pastor a gift card for $50, and he can use it for anything that is on the website. Enough of that. To be a pastor is to live in a glass house. To become part of the pastoral team is to live in the glass house alongside the pastor. Well, glass houses are particularly impacted by stones that are thrown. Unfortunately, the tossing of stones becomes collectively destructive, and wise pastors keep no stones in their pocket. And so a church member or even someone in the community can throw stones, but the wise pastor, cannot and does not do so. With that in mind, I want to encourage those of you who watch, who are not pastors, pray a covering over your pastor and particularly his emotions. Pray a covering over his spouse, because what affects him affects the spouse. It affects the children. Now, a wise pastor does not tell his spouse all of the bad things that are said about him or about her, or maybe even things about the children. On occasion, it's necessary for the spouse to know. But most of the time, it's not. So pastors, don't go home telling your wife every bad thing that has been said about you or about your effort in ministry. That's not a wise thing to do. Hurtful words do hurt, and it doesn't matter how long you've been in ministry. It doesn't matter how many settings you've preached in. Hurtful words hurt. At a note from a young pastor sometime back who said one of the greatest challenges he had was learning how to be able to minister despite the hurt that came to him as a pastor. Kicking sheep wound. The occasional goat in the herd is able to gore. And not only is the shepherd affected and impacted by what happens to him, but he is affected when others abuse and wound and hurt the flock that he leads. And in that occasion, I have no stones in my pocket if the rocks are hurled at me. But when the wounds are visited on sheep that I pasture, I have a rod and a staff, and I have rocks in my pocket, and I'll defend the flock. And that is as every shepherd should be and do. Thank God for good pastors. If you have a good pastor, send him a note. Make a call. If your pastor is aged, the one that invested much in you, contact him and say, thank you. I appreciate you. And if you're looking for that right gift to express appreciation to your pastor, information will be at the link below, and you can go right to that page and decide whether you would like to make an investment in a gift for your pastor for Pastoral Appreciation Month. God bless you. Look forward to seeing you next Monday.